I don't know how many of you were here when a guy named Alanice got in chat and started talking about some drama. And he name dropped someone trying to pass that guy or girl as being a bad person and going on a witch hunt against them. And he was all like, oh, you know, these woke people, and they're trying to stand up for something I don't like, and yada yada yada. Anyways, just being really weird about how he was presenting that piece of drama. Some of us got into the trap of just giving that guy way too much credit before actually judging the case and really analyzing what was going on. And these were some pretty heavy accusations, like saying somebody is going on a witch hunt on you and not saying the reason is very weird. So this guy decided to defend himself, and if you were here earlier on the stream, you saw that. But we went into his YouTube channel because he said all of the trouble started with the YouTube thumbnail. And you went into his YouTube. What does going on a witch hunt mean? It's when you just, you know, go after somebody endless. Like going really digging really deep into putting that people into trouble. Don't know the saying? Yeah, don't worry. It's basically just really going after someone to call them out, or, you know, generally do bad things, but not necessarily physically. I mean, it's got a bunch of meanings, but mostly just means going after someone for something they did. Like, you know, when in medieval times people would go after witches and hunt them, just that. So that is what it means. And yeah, witch hunt would not allow for any defense. Well, yeah, that is very true. But then we went into this guy's YouTube channel, and I asked for permission on stream, and they said, "Yep, do it. Don't worry. I don't care. Don't worry." And he had a YouTube thumbnail with a Down syndrome kid dressing as a superhero, and the name of the video was I don't think it's a word I can even say on stream, but you know, a very demeaning way of talking about somebody who's mentally ill. You probably know the word, starts with an R. Yeah, the R word, exactly. It's really a bad look. And instantly things start to make sense. Like, this guy was he's just not happy with the world moving forward in terms of being inclusive to every people. And he wants things to be the way they were like a decade ago. Anyways, I try to be nice to the guy and say, bro, you should not do this. And it's totally understandable why anybody would feel offended by that. You shouldn't understand it. And in my opinion, you should apologize. Even to the people who are allegedly witch hunting you. And then he was like, bro, no, you don't see the whole picture. I can message you with the details and explain it to you. And I was like, oh, of course, do it. I really was invested at that point. At this point, we had already been like 30 to 40 minutes discussing that case, and he was way too evasive with answering things like, but what exactly happened? I wanted to know how this all started. And he was like, oh, you know, just something happened and they were hunting me for some reason. He was really evasive with what the fuck actually happened. And then he messages me on Twitch here, giving me some context. And it's bad. It's really bad. It's one of those like crazy Trump supporters really going crazy with conspiracy theories and saying like the world is just, some stronger forces are trying to separate us for whatever reason. Yeah, just that crazy stuff. So if you see Illinois talking shit about someone, do not take his word before you look into what the fuck is going on. Yeah, it's kind of crazy actually. Like, and you think I know who he name dropped and said like, yo, this guy did that shit to me. I know it's a really nice person to the community.
Out of the darkness, out of the fear, here comes the monster waiting in there. Heart rate is rising, some call it scared. You'll feel the chill start raising your hairs. It's too late, you're here now. I hope that you're prepared, cause there's no getting out. You can feel the energy, dark like a cloud. Electrified by panic, terror and doubt. Don't cross me, or you'll learn quick the hard way that I'm not one to mess with. I got a mind, and that mind's full of mean tricks. I'll plant a seed in your red where the fear will stick. And I'll haunt your nightmares. Little did you know that I like fear. When you turn, I'll be right there. You should be afraid, you should be scared. We're all alone, you're on your own.
And the only reason I'm actually spilling this here is because I did not want to see this Illinois guy going after these accusations again on any channel or anywhere against people who are just fencing off against toxicity, and these crazy opinions that the sort of people who will just go crazy saying, oh, these woke folks, woke culture.
Professor Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic.
Let's look at differences between men and women that are explicitly anatomical and physiological. Are men taller than women on average? Does anyone take offense at that fact? Are you irritated?
There's always a standout.
So I would say, you could be irritated by it. You could be irritated by the fact that women have to be the ones to gestate and lactate. You could be irritated by a lot of truths. But taking offense is a response that is rejection of reality. So men and women are different on height. They're different on muscle mass. They're different on where fat is deposited on our bodies, right? Our brains are also different. So there.
Security! This is what happens. Oh, did they shut off the volume? Can you hear? Can everybody hear?
He's a piece of shit. That is not okay. Even the women in there have been brainwashed.
Should not listen to fascism. It should not be tolerated in civil society. Nazis are not welcome in civil society.
Fuck the police! Cover the people!
You have no savior. No more hope.
This sort of thing. I mean, whatever is your view on politics. Oh, that was a good live. Dark Phoenix God, welcome. How are you? Tyler Mayhem. I just saw that's you actually in chat. How are you? Welcome in, everybody. I'm just talking about some drama. So yeah, I would, I wouldn't say I suggest you blacklist a name, but if you have a blacklist of names, I would add Illinois to that. I'm doing good too, thanks for asking. Guy's just toxic as fuck. Like, that's crazy. And a bit delusional because they don't even think they're being toxic. Like, using the R word and trying to make sense of using that word to make fun of a cup of the day, like something so... It's just fucked up. R word, yes. You know, the very demeaning word people use to talk about mentally ill folks. I'm saying R word because it's a word I think I can get in trouble if I use on stream. It's really, really bad. Really bad, yeah. So this guy used that word on a YouTube video title to mock a cup of the day map. And he was mad that people got mad at him for that. And then, shit starts to sum up. He apparently is very openly pro-Trump and even wanted to educate me on politics. And he even seemed to know more about Brazil's politics than me. At least he tried to pass that, to get a pass with that. Like, what the fuck? I live here. He was trying to say Bolsonaro is actually highly accepted and people actually love him here in Brazil. That is not at all the case. Anyways, not dragging this into politics, but just so you know the type. Lag Zone, welcome back. I'm glad you're back. Did you just hear what I was saying? Did you boot that guy? Sort of. I don't think he's coming back. We took this into the private discussion. Still discussing it? No, we're not discussing it. Actually, we spent like a couple hours not discussing it. But I just got some conclusion through Twitch DMs with that guy. And he is the whole shebang. It's kind of crazy. As I was saying, if you know the type of people I'm talking about and you don't think that sort of people should be tolerated, like I totally get Lag Zone, for example. 100% surprise anyway. Yep, exactly. Just to conclude my line of thought here, I honestly think you should blacklist Illinois. It's not the type of people we need in this community. Especially when they try to stir shit up like they came here trying to do. Anyways, that's all. I'm glad we didn't jump into any conclusions and we took our sweet time with it. Because shit was fucking ugly. Like, you do not want to read my DMs with that guy. So we can actually go a bit later with the stream, as we are doing already. If you're new here, my streams usually start 2 hours. My streams actually usually end 2 hours ago at 1 a.m. for me. How often do you play? Alright, folks, this is gonna be it for the 500 follower party. I like to think we had a good time tonight, we even had some drama going on. Always interesting. Also glad we kind of exposed something bad that somehow got word or. Anyways, not gonna go back into that, but it is kind of late, folks, and I gotta go get some sleep. It's been a pleasure. Had to duck that. Alright, I hope it doesn't happen anymore. But yeah. Hope you enjoy your stay over early.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all